been a good couple of 3 years that we've really started from the ground up, and it's building something new and getting to get a taste of things for the first time that this program hasn't achieved. And really with all that combined with the community and the support of of tech and the student body and the administration, I think it all comes together and makes it a really unique place.
The makeup of our fans and our student body and just the climate around Texas Tech is a little different than a lot of other places.
It's really been their goal to have the women's tennis program really move up in the rankings and just really turn the program around, and I think they've been doing an amazing job doing that.
The exciting thing is, as we've sold to our recruits and players on the team, is that have a chance to do something for the first time. There's a lot of firsts that are out there.
Our first goal is to improve ourselves in the Big 12 standings, in the national rankings, and then I think the next step is to contend for a Big 12 title in the next couple of years, and eventually hopefully a Sweet 16, Elite 8 type team in the next 2 to 3 years.
Kind of just setting the standard of what Texas Tech women's tennis is, and that's exciting to be a part of it.
Both Todd and Todd are very driven, and we know what our goals are.
We feel like we're on the right path of doing that with the players we have in place and the recruits we have coming in, and just kind of the standard we're setting right now, and I think we're getting on the map.
Just improving every year. I feel really lucky to be a part of something like that, and that really excites me.
Very much a team, a family, and I think it's just a group of 11 of us, 9 players and Todd and I, that are have completely bought into each other. And I think that's kind of what separates us from, in our minds, from some different programs.
I think the sky's the limit. We've got a great facility, we've got a great conference we play in. There's really nothing that's holding us down.
There you go, good shot.
It's all about, those girls really believing, really digging down on those key points, and really you're always going to have a shot if you believe in that. And in the girls' game, that's what you're doing, is you're trying to get them to buy in and get them to believe in the process mentally more than it is physically a lot of times. She's not going to go away. You just told me on the set before that you remembered her going away and then coming back. You got to expect that. That's the key, at 4-all in the second set or 4-all in the third set, it's more comes down to that physical and mental, I'm not going to give in right here, and that's what you try to train them. People don't understand that, these girls over the course of a 2.5-hour match are running equivalent to about 4 or 5 miles, but they're doing it in short distance. So, girls are going to play longer points, and they're going to play longer matches. And so the amount of time and the pressure and stress you're putting on your body is amazing. And we have an incredible crew here with Katie Munger, our strength coach, that, they have to train, 4 days in the off season, and it's pretty intense.
Great job, way to get back in this thing. Smart serving right here.
A lot of the work that's done on the court is more keeping them mentally in it, stressing the big points, stressing the key games. This is when we really got to be tough, play long, strong points right here.
It's all right, you're all right, you're all right. It's a good point.
You're out there on your own, I think you learn a lot about yourself. You can't rely on anyone else, and so I think it can teach you a lot of life lessons. And growing up lessons and maturity lessons.
I love the competition and just, I guess, being out there on your own and having to battle through adversity and figuring out a way to win. You really have to figure things out on your own, and it's so mental. It takes so much mental strength.
Because how you react and how you respond and how you compete and how you believe in yourself, it sets itself apart from a lot of other sports.
So really it's between the years because it's a couple points here and there. It's a game, you know, at 4-all, and it's really believing in yourself and what, you know, and going through that. Hey, right here. Believe in it right here. It's all you right now. Let's go. You know, a lot of times, you know, at 4-all in the first set or second set or third set, you're not making a lot of strategical changes. You're just more mental changes of how you want them to, you know, approach that next point or next game.
That away. Great return. Great return.
And also every situation that happens as far as whether they're winning, whether they're losing, whether they're nervous, and you have to know each player differently, and obviously that takes time. You came up with some big shots, but also in some points, and after the points, it's like you're hitting a panic button because you lose 1 point. It's fun. You're going to lose some points.
They're really sensitive to, okay, what should I say to this girl and what works with this girl, you know. It's not all gonna, you know, like one line isn't gonna work for everyone, so they definitely know what they're doing, and that's a big part of it, I think.
Yeah, you're starting off, in my opinion, with too much pressure on yourself, all right? Just know you're going to keep working into it. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm Dr. Phil, and sometimes you feel like you may be someone that, you know, you have to get after them a little bit, and then other times you're building them up.
Our coaches knowing their players, and I think they have to coach each of us differently.
Watch it. You may be a little anxious for what you're hitting, so you're looking up a little quick. Watch it to your rack.
They know how to calm me down and relax me and get me playing my best tennis. So that says a lot about what good coaches they are, because they know each of us so well. They know how to coach us.
Attack the backhand, make her passes cross court. Okay? If we can do that, we're going to be okay. All right? Guys, very, very impressed. Twos, you got on top early. We gave us some momentum through the match a little bit, and you were able to finish. Very impressive.
From the ground up for the last couple of years, we've really kind of started over. We've changed the recruiting, the culture, and you know we're in the midst of one of the best seasons we've ever had, one of the best starts at 9-3, and you know one of the higher rankings we've had to this point. And I think we're becoming a contender in the Big 12, and it's something to really kind of grab on. I think the community as a whole has kind of grabbed on to the excitement that's going on here in both the men's and women's programs.
You had to wait for your opportunity, and once you got your break, you were able to finish.
And so it's getting them to buy into this team environment because they've been so individualized, and it's all been about themselves for so long. And part of that is is an obstacle, but it's also when you see it come together and you see that they're not only playing for themselves, but you're playing for these other 5 girls that are on the court with you. That's when you start seeing really good things happen.
Everyone just has this passion for tennis, and I think all the girls on the team feel the same way about Texas Tech. Like even freshmen who have this is their first year, we have so much pride for Texas Tech already, and I guess there's just a lot of emotion out here. Everyone wants to win. It's an intense environment, but it's fun. If you love the sport and you love competing, it's a great experience, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice, good ball with that.
And they start seeing themselves be able to elevate their game because it's that that advantage of I'm not only playing for myself. So if that day I'm a little off, I'm only hurting myself if I don't pull it out. Well, no, now you're affecting 5 other people, and so you see them be able to find more within themselves to be able to dig out of that sometimes. So that's really neat to see girls lift their game because of that.
So, I'm gonna pull it out there.
That sense of playing in a team environment, but also controlling your own destiny while you're out on that court. And there's not very many sports that you combine an individual and a team atmosphere all in one, and I think that's the unique thing about college tennis in itself.
When you look down onto the other courts and you see people that are there for you, whether it's on the court or off the court, it's like you're a family, so you want to be there for them and you want them to do well, and you know that they want you to do well as well.
Like, we all get along so well, and just like wanting to accomplish something not only for yourself but for your team.
Kind of our goal, when we go through the recruiting process, when we go through all kind of our philosophy in coaching, it's to really develop each player individually under a team setting, and if we do that, then the team's going to be successful.